You have no idea. You have no idea. You look smart with the hair. Thank you so much. I did. It's just longer. All right. Are we going? Is it? Are we started? Why is the chat not up, man? Don't make me go crazy, man. All right. The chat is up. Is everything up? Is everything cool? Does everything work now? Can everyone see everything clearly? Does everything look really cool? Happy to see the market updates back. Yeah, I'm signing again. Now we can hear you. Yes! Yes, it works. All right. Okay, cool. Now, back to what I was saying. I hear you loud and clear. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. I don't know what happened. This is just technology. Right. Okay, cool. Now, sees that the S&P 500 has broken its previous high, bounced off almost the exact point that we were looking at, just a little bit off, but whatever, it's all good. It means that there is a level of continuation that's going into the market right now. Furthermore, if we look at the Dow Jones also did, I mean, come on. Like, come on, came back, had that fourth tap breakout that we talking about the fourth time. Is you be scarring me with your vid today, bro. Made you listen though, right? The mic is off on. The mic is off. What does that mean? The mic is off on the stream. Everyone's saying it's working. Everyone's saying it's. I heard you all the time before. What do you mean? Is it off? Please don't. It looks like it's working. It's not working. It's not working. We can hear you, and the tube. Everyone's saying it's working here. I can hear you. Jesus. Someone is just fooling you. I get that. No, so people on the tube, can you hear me? Can people on the tube hear me, please? Amazing streams. Thank you so much. No, everything is fine. Keep going. Why is someone messing with me? Gee, stop. What's with the... I'm not listening to you. If it does... Like, X isn't. You know what? Shut up. I'm carrying on. Tough. If you can't hear me, find a place where you can hear me. Just, I'm tried. No, we can't win. No, we can't. Yes. RH, have you put the sound up? It's the button on the side of your phone, or like there's a little thing on the... Anyway, whatever, it's all good. All right, cool. Look, now Dow Jones came back and tapped that exact zone. If this is confirmed as a support, then this thing looks like it's going to continue up, and that alongside with the SPX looking like it's going to move up is a very, very nice move, right? What happens in those scenarios? It means that there is a roll down of liquidity from the SPX into Bitcoin, and Bitcoin has had a nice little move. Now, whether I would say this is a spectacular move, then we will go from there. Not too sure. What I'm going to say is that what I always say, when you look at these graphs and these long-term EMAs are starting to look like a cross is happening, it usually looks like a bit of a magnet and pulls the magnet up to this point here. So this could have a further continuation up, and we have to see where this rejects from. Right? If this comes in and it actually crosses, this could have a further green day tomorrow going into that area of resistance, and it may reject and have a further pull down. I am still thinking the 104 could be an area where this thing could still very well go to, right? It's a very important thing. We need to be above the 117.246 to make sure that the RSI is on an uptick and actually moving out of the channel. This is really important to look on that side. Watch this carefully and see what's going on that side. Now, if we look at our key factor we were looking at the other day, our main area of interest right now, right? We have a beautiful graph that's coming in at this present moment, and it looks, I still believe, I mean, we have a bit of a bounce on in this area, but I still believe that this 50% area is going to be a very, very key point in where it goes, and it all works in line with certain other factors that I've showed you today. If the SPX continues on and things move on that way, great. I think this could have a little bit of an uptick, and we'll see what happens from there. But we're in a bit of a no man's zone right now. So there's still weakness in the market, but we are moving in the right direction as it goes. Is tomorrow data is coming out tomorrow or on Friday? Is tomorrow's data coming out or on Friday? I'm trying to understand that question, man. I don't know what that. I don't know what that means. But anyway, well, look, that's that situation. What's going on? Options expire on Friday. Yeah, it's true. Look, we'll see what happens with all those details. But I'm holding to my understanding that the 107 looks like it's a bit of an interesting way. Will there be a meme season, bro? Yeah, I think so. Right? I think so. That's that situation at that moment there. I still think there could be some further downside potential here. It just looks in that way, but I will show you some really, really interesting things that are coming in and things that we need to look at. If we look at the liquidation levels, we've cleared all of the major levels. These are all buy orders. These don't count, right? But liquidations at the top are looking beautiful. If we look at the weekly, there are some... Come on, bruv. Have super fast internet. There we go. Okay, cool. If we look here, we have some beauty. I mean, around the 117,000 area, we're looking at 114 million levels of liquidations. That also lines absolutely perfect with the level that I'm talking about. The reason why this area is super important is because if it breaks through there, it means that it's an uptick in the RSI, especially on the weekly level that we're looking for. And we want that movement to move in that direction. But we'll see. I got a feeling that this area here could be an area of heavy rejection from that wave moving forward. Bro, how big of an impact will Nvidia earnings have on crypto? It can have a bit of an impact, but look, the thing with Nvidia right now is that they always leave a buffer now, so they beat their earnings. So I see no reason why their earnings in this and the other should be less than what most people are expecting, right? So you shouldn't worry about those things at all in any sense in that manner, right? Where are we right now? So that's what we're looking at. That's what we're seeing. And I expect something on that level to happen. We've hit our first level of resistance that I stated to you. I mean, if you put a buy order there, you would have had a nice move. We also did a bit of a short-term scalp going past the 112 level as well, which is a good play that we did in the pro group. Now, we have further levels on the bottom. These levels are really, really important. Let's see what happens. See what happens here. We have some levels of resistance as well. As I said, the 117 is super duper important. And we have a high level of liquidity around those levels. So a squeeze up is very, very possible. But for this to be a complete turnaround, it needs to break the 117.2. I did 117.2, 117.5. Give or take. That's the situation where we are, right? Now, where are we? That's we're looking at in that thing. Now, let me show you some few other things that are going on. What is with my internet today? Now, another key indicator that we have to look as well is that the liquidations are getting less and less and less. When this happens, there usually is a moment that causes some form of a squeeze in one way or another. When these start to move down, that means that there is a bit of a squeeze that's going to be happening. So I'm expecting some form of move to go on. It looks like it could be most potential. I mean, if we can clear above the 112, would be most possibly a potential move up and reject off one of these moments at this present moment. We'll see, or continue on. I don't think there'll be a continue on. I think it's more of a pump and retrace type of movement that's going to be going on with what's happening in the markets at this present moment. Now, one interesting area which is really, really interesting to look at as well is that strangely enough, Lambo soon Bitcoin and Fat Cat to the moon. Oh man, I'm gonna talk about Fat Cat at the end, right? You guys. Anyway, whatever. What's also really interesting is that we're getting a nice little uptick also in the exchange volume. We had a bit of a dip down, but it is looking good, especially in these type of markets when things are people believe it's bearish and it's all over and this and yeah, this type of uptick is a good sign, and that is something that I've been looking for and hoping for it to hold. But I don't know if it will hold for long, especially if this thing starts to reject from this area and starts to really go down towards this 104 area. People are going to be screaming and shouting, it's over, it's over, it's over, it's over, right? That's the situation we're talking about, especially when we're sitting in some seasonally weak periods in the market, and it's something that you need to really be careful about what you're looking for and everything else. Now, few things that I will say to everyone. Should I talk about this now or after I look at the other things? Yeah, let's look at this right now. Now, one narrative that is running around in the markets right now is that Bitcoin is nowhere near catching up to the M2 money supply that's moving in this level. So that means that there could be a certain level of catch up that could happen, and I really do believe that this catch up here is going to be what we would describe or most possibly understand is the alt season, because usually it comes in about a month after this movement up. We are over 3 weeks now, so I think in the next couple of weeks, possibly nearing to the rate cut period, I think this thing will start to move up and start moving up and continue moving up from that moment. There are other areas of confluence that are pointing towards that as well, which is a good sign. Now, one interesting thing also you need to look at is that the Fed is going to be cutting. This is not accurate. I would say that the closest we get towards the Fed, the lower this is going to go down, and the chance of a 25 basis point cut is going to be interesting. Now, this 25 basis point cut, right? If you do the calculations, that is going to be bringing in about $1 trillion worth of liquidity into these markets. Well, most probably into the traditional markets, and I would say 15-20 billion into what you would consider Bitcoin and various other aspects. So a move is going to be happening in our industry one way or another, and it's going to be quite aggressive. Few more things that I want to explain, give you guys a bit of an update as we go along. 1 second, let's do this. Let's put that there. Okay, that's for the later thing. Right, a few more things to look at. Gold right now is just ranging completely within these boundaries right now. Let's put that up there. Let's put this here. This range that we're seeing. Oop, that's not what I want to do. This range that we're seeing. That's the range. There we go. This range that we're seeing right now. It's chopping, right? Until this breaks down. I have all in an epic. Nice. Until this breaks down, then we're not going to be seeing too much of an effect on Bitcoin. It's just going to be a bit of chop. Nothing really too super duper interesting. If this starts breaking up, then we're going to see some bit of a problem in the Bitcoin, a bit of a pullback, and that kind of works in notion with what I expect Bitcoin could potentially do. Remember, these are all short-term things. I said in my video, if you guys watched it, you guys should really watch those videos. And the reason why I did it as a style of bearish is because people feel like that's what they want to hear, right? And feeling what they want to hear is it just confirms and makes them feel in that direction. But understand that these things are what they want you to think, and know that that's the way that they're trying to get you to that level. Well, the higher than expected PC data change everything. It wouldn't change anything. It will have some effect, which could be the catalyst for this to pull back a little bit more. We'll see, right? Now, if we look at the USDT dominance, I mean, again, it's an absolute perfect hit on the 4.48. I said until it breaks this 4.48, 4.5, let's just, let's not be play around the bush with tiny little percentages. That's what she said, right? 6.1 makes no difference, right? Well, some might say it does, but the situation is right now is that until it breaks this, then there's no reason to be bearish at this present moment. It's just playing around. All right. Anyway, so we have to see what happens here. Let's see how this plays out, and we can move on from that moment. Right now, nothing looks bad. It looks pretty good at this present moment. It looks like it's trying to break through, but if it does break through, and remember, we're going to be seeing some bearish activity, and if that comes to that point, I would say the key level to look at before that is the 4.62. I think the 4.62 will be an area where it'll reject, and then that will align perfectly with what happens in the market from there. This is not me being bearish. Yeah, 6 centimeters. It's all about the centimeters. 6 centimeters, 6.1. Who knows? Who cares? You know what I mean? Yeah. You think it'll go up before the 18th or after? It's hard to say. We have to see what the market is looking like. But it, I just feel like this needs to reset to gain those troops to really, really, really start moving. Right? I'm getting to the notion that this thing is going to break. Right? This RSI is going to break. And if we do something like this, let's do something like this, right? If we break it to this, you see, strangely enough, these things correspond with market highs in Bitcoin, right? Peaks of the bull run. And if I'll say this, right, if this comes down, which is possible to do, resets, possibly sweeps and taps the lower end of this trend line, this movement, that coming back into here and then moving up and breaking that to reach to these levels will mean a $200,000 Bitcoin. Mark my words, if that happens, that's the level that it will go to. Now, one more thing that I will talk about is that we're seeing Bitcoin dominance break down, right? We're seeing Bitcoin dominance break down, and also, could you say moving? Fat Cat, please, need to book my house in Thailand. Oh, Matt, did if I can get what I'm trying to do done, I'll talk to that in a second. I'll talk about that in a second. Wait until the end, and then I'm going to edge you guys until you understand that. Forget the man. Anyway, whatever. Now we're seeing that the Bitcoin dominance is going down, right? But also not really affecting. And the main reason why that is because of the rotation into Ethereum. Ethereum's doing some silly things at the moment, man. And the thing is, it's the rotation that's going into there, into this side. By the way, talking about Ethereum. All right, where were we? Yeah, the rotation to where we go? Where we? Yeah, the rotation into Ethereum. We were just off 4.269, and it went to 4.39. You're joking. Anyway, whatever. This rotation into Ethereum, all right, from Bitcoin is the first stage of what we've all been talking about constantly. It's this rotation that's happening between the two, and I will explain to you this, right? And I'll get through the understanding of what I'm trying to say. We saw a whale sell a massive amount of Bitcoin and rotate it into Ethereum. That is the first stage of what this market has always been stating to you. It has always been stating to you. This thing here, remember, the rotation, you know, we see mini rotations happening where Ethereum is pumping, but the real rotation is when the big boys start moving into Ethereum, right? This rotation that's happening now, people thought it was really quick and was like, oh my God, we're getting there. This takes time. When this takes time to this area, these are all Leviathan, massive things that are happening in amounts of money that will be moving from one side to the other. This move is going to be huge, right? So it takes time. These big whales have to cash out on some of the biggest amounts of money on Bitcoin to go into Ethereum. And some people are front running this. And the reason why Bitcoin dominance is going down, let me show this to you, is this bad boy, right? This graph here, I'm dropping some knowledge on you guys. So if I could get a few likes, that would be very, very kind of you guys. Right? I mean, just a few likes. I don't want much. I want you to watch my videos, like watch it to the end, put some comments, have some conversations, so they get some views and stuff. And you guys like, nah, bruv, I won't do that. Why should I do that? Why should I press like and stuff? All that stuff is pointless. Now, the reason why this is really, really important, and this is a really interesting thing, is that the rotation of liquidity that's moving in from Bitcoin to Ethereum is massive. It's massive, right? Nah, I swear I like them. I know. You're a one-man band, man. Get your crew. What was that band called? It had a crew in it. What was that? Something crew. So Solid crew. Yeah, there we go. Get your So Solid crew to like my videos, not the motley. No, So Solid, man. It's the So Solid crew. I don't even know how many people were in that band. I think it was like 48. I think I think it was 48 people in that crew, in that band. Anyway, so this rotation into to Ethereum is the reason why Bitcoin dominance is going down. I was in the So crew. I can imagine that, man. I can imagine that. I think half of South London was. So this is the situation that's going in at this present moment. This rotation into Ethereum is a huge thing, and that's why the alts are not really feeling it yet. But that's a good sign. This is a thing that people need to understand. That's a very good sign that rotation, right, going into Ethereum is, as I will show you again. I'll show you again. Where is this gone? Where is this bad boy? Yeah. This rotation into Ethereum means that things are moving in the way that they should be moving, which is a good sign. Now, we're going to be getting levels of rate cuts. We have to see certain uncertainties in the market, but I got a feeling those uncertainties are going to be not so uncertain very soon, right? And that thing that I'm talking to everyone is that once that happens and you start seeing these large caps such as Sui and various other layer twos that are going to be really pumping hard. I mean, large caps are going to be pumping very hard. Then we start getting into the really fun zone. And the fun zone, if you want to see my screen, it's in that one. Go here and follow, like, and everyone here, if you guys can, on you guys, if you can like and comment and all that kind of stuff, it really helps. And I mean, look at the analytics, man. There's like, what is it, 1,000 people that watch this my live, right? And half of you are not subscribed to me. It's kind of like a bit unfair, right? Just come on. It doesn't cost you anything, and it really helps me out. It really is a big deal for me. So that's all I want from you guys, just to grow our side on that level as well. And it means that the more people get there, the better we work in that side. So all of this stuff is really good signs, and you need to understand time profile, time scale is really important to know. These certain aspects in the world can move and adjust these things, and those movement and adjustments can mean that it can be somewhat elongated, and then we can work from there. Somewhere on the tube, and on the Exelon and tube and stuff. Great content, man. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Right. So that's the situation where it's moving in the right direction, but that doesn't mean that we will not get a pullback. And sometimes these pullbacks that happen on Bitcoin can be quite hard on alt as well, but we're seeing really good signs as well. I mean, like, if we look carefully, we're seeing that Solana is nicely pumping as well. These are the good signs of what's going on at this present moment. This is the king of what I would describe as the alts. I don't describe ETH as an alt anymore. It is basically the operating system of cryptocurrency. That's what it's becoming, right? And all of these other ones are the little programs that are built on it. That's the best way to understand what's going on. So this moving, I would say, right next to Ethereum, this moving is a very good sign. We've had these key levels set for ages, over the 219 to 220. This thing is going to go absolutely a moon boy, fantastic sun something. I don't know, whatever. Where do you think the narrative is leaning towards? AI, RWA, or so DuPin? All three of those is going to be that. Those are going to be narratives that are always going to be playing. You've seen that AI is moving. AI usually moves when there is an NVIDIA price call that happens. But I got to look. I'm going to say this to you, right? Those are all going to move. A lot of coins are going to be moving in different directions, right? But it's going to follow that range that I've showed you in that graph that I've shown you guys as well. It's going to be moving in that way. Better we keep you under the radar. Thank you so much. That's not very nice. Is it like you're a little secret, my friend? You're a little secret. We want you know, at the beginning of the cycle, a market moving different ways. Look, there's no such thing as exact movement, but there's rhythms, right? And the rhythms will always be the same. Always be the same. Because it's just human nature, right? When Bitcoin is sitting at, I don't know, $200,000 Bitcoin. Are you going to be looking at that or looking at ETH, where you're thinking, wait, all the stable coins are going to be built on this chain and it's worth $10,000? Are you crazy? Do you know what I mean? And then when that gets to astronomical levels, you're going to be like, okay, well, let's look at the other ones that kind of like are ETH, and they are kind of like Sui and Solana, and then are kind of like these underlayers and these little bits and these little add-ons and these connections and this. And then ultimately, when people have their bags really full, when they're really, really happy, memes are going to go parabolic. I want everyone to really understand this, right? Parabolic is where things are going to be going. When these rotations happen, the reason why these rotations are so big as it goes down the chain is because the market caps get lower and lower and lower, and that volatility gets higher. But each dollar has a bigger effect on the market cap. 8 millions go to 80 millions because it's easier to do that than to push something that is on worth $1 trillion to get to $2 trillion. This is the reason why it works in this way, because people are greedy, and it's the nature of greed. And the nature of greed is to then find the next thing that could give you those returns. That's it. Are you on X? Can't see you on there. I mean, I am definitely on there. I mean, if you put this there, it's a double underscore. So I don't know why I did that, but anyway, it's a double underscore, and you'll be able to find it there as well. All my latest data and everything else goes on there as well when I'm just in between. Is low near considered a low cap or a mid? I would say mid to high. It's a good line. It's a good coin there. Don't get me wrong. That's the situation that I would say on those levels. Now, look, if we look at, I don't know why it's doing this. If we look at total 3, we were so close to breaking back into that band. We need to settle between these two bands for this to be a full-on continuation and a breakout moment to happen. So there's time, right? There's time for this to move in the right direction. And that time to move into the right direction is when we're seeing total 3 tapping on the doors of this upper trend line. We're not there yet. We could see a potential maybe pullback, as I said, until the 985. We'll see where the data comes in and see what the market is talking about on that side. Now, more importantly, if we look at the total market cap, this kind of gives you the understanding of where new liquidity is, if it's coming in or not, and everything else like that. It looks okay, right? It's not spectacular, but if we were to give an idea of where we would want this to be, right? Somewhat lazy. Let's not be, is that, yeah, right? This needs to be above the 50% level. And if you, look at that, oh my God. It's like I know what I'm doing, right? That rejection up to 50% ain't great. Where can I find a coin, what is just released? I would be careful of those, right? I'm not gonna say my favorite. Fat Cat is my favorite. You just. I need a day, man. I need a day to ultimately fully confirm what I'm doing. I've been working on it. Like, I mean, there's only 2 people that really know, but one especially knows the time I'm putting into this thing, right? Oh man. I thought the ton thing was a cool thing, right? But you guys don't seem to understand anything about it, which is sad, right? You don't understand how big that is. But oh man, the thing I'm bringing now, believe me, you're going to understand. Believe me, Brev. Believe me, Brev, you guys are going to understand it. Because you're going to be... I don't know of anyone that won't want it. Let's just say it that way. I don't know of anyone that won't want it, right? What is your price prediction for ETH before it goes? Over 10. I would not be surprised if it doesn't go over 10. Start looking in that direction and we go from there. Oh man, I'm gonna show you the other thing I'm working on. I would keep an eye on the Fat Cat coming soon page. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say, right? Now, what we're doing here, that rejection up to 50% ain't great, right? Which means that there could be some further further movement down, right? That's not great. And what I would say is that whatever happens, if this thing starts to roll over, we would need this thing. It could come all the way back down to this 3.56 trillion and bounce from there. It's a possibility. Go all the way going down to there. It's still a bullish move. We just need it not to break below that level. There's a possibility of that happening. Again, these are all short-term things that are going in. Bring in the big guns. Oh, Gus, you have no idea. You have no idea. I mean, I can't actually explain to you. You have no idea. All right? That's all I'm going to say to you. None. Nada. Nada. When I give you guys what's going on, you are going to not believe me. You're not gonna believe me because everyone I've told it to so far don't believe me. All right, but you will. You will when you use it. You will. Now, this ain't that important at this present moment. But look, if one interesting thing, what is really really good is that, as I said, the 10-year yields have to start playing ball. Right, this needs to play ball, and it's playing ball. We need this. It's simple, right? There ain't much to talk about. It needs to break that line. That's it. Is fat count leverage yet? Yes, it is. We need to break that line, that 4.187%. It needs to be broken. I can feel your excitement, and I'm getting all tinkly here. I'm gonna show you guys a hint. I'm gonna give you a hint. Actually, I'm not gonna give you a hint. No, I don't want to fud it. I don't want to fud it. I don't want to jinx it. I don't want to jinx it. All right. I'm gonna have a conversation after this about it anyway with the guys. Right. What the situation is right now is that if this level, the 4.187% is broken, then that will give a huge credence that the Fed rate cut is doing the right thing, and this will play perfectly in the hands of growth, liquidity, and a whole bunch of other jazz that's going on in that side. Now, if we look at it, Ethereum against Bitcoin is doing exactly what we looked at. We're looking at Ethereum in general, right? It's really simple with Ethereum. It just needs to get above its previous all-time high. That's it. I don't know if it will. This is my only problem that I'm seeing with it right now. Whoa, got a new mouse. It's yo, bro. If ETH gets bought by the whales, how long until it rotates to mid caps and all season? We'll see. It's hard to say that. You won't know exactly. You can buy fat cats. Yes, you can. Look at Maple. I'm sure it's a gold candle. I'm sure you guys you wouldn't tell me anything other than that, right? Now, as I said, it just needs to break its previous all-time high. So the 4840, I think it's something that's very very viable for this thing to do. But remember, there are signs. Look, this is the thing with this market right now. There are signs that Bitcoin rotating back is not having the effect on alts in the way that it should. Because of Ethereum doing what it's doing, that rotation to Ethereum could give this rotation back here less of an effect on alts. But as I said, if this does something like that, then Bitcoin will get to such a crazy level that these rotations will start to happen in a very, very quick way. And that's what I would say. All I can say is time is running out based on the 4-year cycle. I don't believe in the 4-year cycle anymore. That's how I'm going to say that to you from now on. The more legitimate that things become, the more mainstream the things become, the more Web 2 it becomes, the more it gets integrated into the traditional finance system, and then more importantly becomes what could be the very thing that replaces our understanding of what finance is, and this inflationary model of money that we've all been playing through. Look, eventually stable coins and this industry is going to somewhat either equate or become what we would describe as the new age of finance and money, right? What you would describe as money. Eventually it's going to happen. It is inevitable. It's not an if, it's a when. Whether it's going to be in the current format it is now or in a different format, this technology that it's going to be built on a form of this technology. That I am 100% certain on. And the reason why I know that it's 100% certain on is that because we're in this world right now. But what do you know? Is there some certainty? Can you give a few about it for the market? I don't understand what you mean by that, Alex, man. The only certainty I know is that something on that level is going to be happening, right? The reason why I say that is because even now, when you talk to any individual outside of what we would describe as our little bubble, right? I'm going to call it a little bubble. Not in the way as a bubble that like the housing market is a bubble that can pop. In fact, to be honest, the popping of this market would be in a positive way rather than a negative way. The reason why I always say we're in this a bit of a bubble that we're in right now is because when we're in it, we know a lot. We can see the future. We see this, and the other. But talk to anyone else that's out of this industry. In fact, talk to people who are in the finance industry about this. They'll be like, "Man, everyone's buying Bitcoin and Ethereum," and that's all they'll understand. They will know nothing about the tens of thousands of coins that are out there that are doing all that type of thing. If you want to obtain a Fat Cat, you just go to the if you're on the tube, go to the links in bio. It's there. You'll see how to buy. It's there. Is it continuing bull market now? I think so. Yeah, I think there might be a bit of a pullback now. I think the 104 is looking super duper juicy for this to move. I got my chiropractor trading meme coins. Retail is almost here, boys. Trading, you mean losing, right? I'm messing around. Okay, Rez, sorry I'm late. I do have a question though. I hear that we're approaching a death cross in Bitcoin. Has that occurred? If so, is it more like people are making a so I'm like, when you hear something like a death cross, right, it just means a pullback. I know what you're talking about. It's this cross here that's looking like it's happening, right? I think that Nvidia is going to beat its earnings. I would be highly surprised. I think anyway, whatever, right? This cross here usually it acts like a magnet, and it could pump tomorrow to that area and then reject and go down. I think this 104 is definitely beckoning. We'll see what happens, because especially when you look at see if it closes at the level it is right now, the S&P 500, this could roll over and go down a bit more, and that could pull a bit of a pullback in the market. Let's see what happens. Watch them. I'm giving you all the levels and an understanding of what is going on that side. Now, I want to get to you guys about something, and it is hilarious. I find that this is another thing that I find it hilarious, right? I find it actually hilarious. In fact, I'm going to do it here, right? I want to do it here so you guys understand. I'm giving you guys something. And there's like over 1,000 people that watch these lives, right? Full over 1,000 people that watch this live, and I'm giving something to you guys, so you guys understand. Oop, I'm giving something to you guys, and you guys are like, nah. I don't want to do that. Why should I do that? What's the point of doing that, right? Where are we? Is this it? Right. Okay. Let me see if this works. Right. Okay. Cool. Right. I want to talk to you about this thing, right? And I've talked to you about it several times before, and it's like, it's almost like we're all in a fact. I'm gonna just don't want to jinx it, right? I don't want to jinx it. It's gonna blow your mind. I'm gonna get to that in a second. Now, I've showed you about this Dreamcash app, right? You can use Apple Pay. It works on Hyperliquid. You see Hyperliquid is going to absolute astronomical levels. Everyone's using Hyperliquid. It's technology and what's going on. This is going to be giving you an easy way of doing it, easy way of staking and buying and knowing all that kind of stuff, right? And let me just explain this to you. Those keys have been given to 3 people, right? And they've traded over $500 million on this app. So it gives you some understanding of the legitimacy of what this thing is. And more importantly, right? More importantly, and I want everyone to understand this thing, right? Here It's on my page. This is where you guys are watching it on. If everyone is watching it, like, I hope you guys are watching it here, right? It doesn't require lubricant. I mean, I know, right? That's what she said. It's all about the full play. Anyway, what else? This is me. You're watching me here. Look, that's my pretty face. This is my channel. That's the chat. Everything looks amazing, right? And if you go down, right, and there's a little button that you press down, and here there is this. You see that thing there? And when you press that, it gives you the option to get this onto your platform, right? I don't want to say the word. TikTok doesn't like it, right? And when you get that onto that, you get something like this happening, right? Let me just get this up. This starts happening, right? Nothing works at the moment. It's early access. You got referrals and this and the other, but this starts ticking down. So it just ticks down. Nothing's happening. We're all waiting for this to fully launch. I'm going to be giving you a lot of early access stuff when the time comes in. Now, what this does, because I need to spoon feed this mother thing, right? This mother thing, right? Because I just need to spoon feed it, otherwise it doesn't work, right? And I've done a video about it, and everyone's like, nah, right? Once you do that, it gives you the ability to mine their airdrop. And if you want to know what that is, right? And so I can let me just do this in front of you guys so you understand what it is. So you guys can see what that is. What is an crypto airdrop? It's amazing. Right, okay. So if I put this here, and and this is me reading out in a very simple format so everyone can understand. A crypto airdrop is a marketing strategy where a blockchain project distributes free tokens or coins to users' wallets as a reward for early engagement. So if you put that, if you put everything together, if you put everything together and combine it into a really nice little package, just understand what I'm saying. I can't say it because I'm streaming, but understand it's a good thing. And you do nothing for it. All right? That's what I'm going to say. Just so you guys understand that you guys are the first to get this. I just want you to understand. Are you guys understanding that? Is that clear? Is there clarity on what I'm giving you guys? You are the first, and it's going to be an airdrop. And I described what an airdrop is. Get it? Does it work? Does that make sense? I don't know if it makes sense. I got a feeling it's not making sense, right? Just so you understand that, all right? Apart from the fact that it's absolutely awesome. Cool. Are we cool? Are we getting what I'm saying? All right, okay, cool. That's what I'm saying. Gus, you got it. Jesus, you got it. You guys are understanding what that means. All right? Cool? All right, just making sure. Just making sure that it's crystal. The clarity is Galatia. All right. Just crystal. All right, cool. Now. What is coming to this? Right? What is coming to here? To Fat Cat right now? The app and marketing looks so freaking good. It's, bro, they've given 3 keys out, and people are trading $500 million on it. Insane amounts of volume. This is you don't understand how this is going to be everywhere. The thing I'm giving you guys, but whatever. It's not like I have a marketing agency that, anyway, whatever. It's all good. Now, what I'm trying to do for this two people have seen, right? And it's the two people that because I needed to have a chat with someone about it. But if I can settle everything today, technically, by word, it's done. By word, it's done technically. Now, I don't do technically anymore, because in the real world, that usually means it's done. But in the world that we're in, that's hopefully it's done, right? Until I get everything done and signed on the dotted line and everything starts working and all of the back end is starting to be built and I pay the monies that I need to pay, which is, how can I describe? A lot, right? A lot. When this is built, nothing, and I mean no other project will have what we have. No one, not anyone, not even a single one person. It's something that everyone needs. Everyone needs. You're either pregnant or you're not. I'm always pregnant, man. I'm always pregnant. You know, give love in many, many directions. But it's absolutely amazing. It's absolutely incredible. So watch this space, right? Understand that you need to stop thinking about what the next 2-day pump is going to be and what you're going to be. Are you talking about Fat Cat? Yeah. The next 2-day pump is going to be, I wish, guys, whatever. That's every man's wish, 2-day pump, but 30 seconds is good these days, right? A minute is when you're like, yeah. That you can buy Fat Cat through Google, maybe. No. We have that. No, Ski doesn't have that Google thing yet. We're on that as well. This is. Anyway, whatever. I don't want to say it. I'm just saying that might not. It might not even that long. Hey, depends how much you drank. Anyway, whatever. That hydration is important. Apparently, I don't know. I've drank like 50 liters of water. It just makes it worse for some reason. But watch this space. So I'm going to say, I don't want to reveal anything. I don't want to say anything because I don't want them to be FUD. I'm not going to mention it again. I just was excited about it last night. I was up until like 3 o'clock in the morning, talking with these people because they're all in different countries, right? So if I can get that sorted and done, this is going to be world changing. Let's just say this: I already have 1,000 people that are waiting for this thing, and every single one of you guys are gonna. Every single. All right, cool. Now, any questions? Any questions for you guys? Wanting to know what's going on, what's happening, what the situation is. You want me to look at anything? If you want to check it out, it's here. You can go buy it through the aggregator. You can buy it through. I mean, not only is it the aggregator, we have the bot, we have the NFTs, we have the Fat Cat aggregator. We have, you know what I mean? Just anyway, whatever. It's all good. Tell me anything you guys want me to look at while we have a bit of time. What's the time now? All right, we have about 10-15 minutes to look at. Anything you want me guys to look at? Anything that gives you the heebie-jeebies? But just, you know, for future reference, this is okay, cool. Just making sure. All right. And the thing is, good. Anyway, all right. I don't know if I was clear enough. What did you? Can you look at Housecoin? I don't know what Housecoin is. All right. Who's there's a Dreamcash and Fat Cat. I can't look at those because that's not on the graph. I'm looking for a sub. Who's a sub? Dennis. Let's look at Solana. I always look at one, right? We look at Solana. Solana right now, right? It's relatively, these type of things you should, thank you so much. Oh wow, hats really don't look good on me, but thank you so much. It's very kind of you guys. 1 second. I need to prove I'm not a robot. To a robot. What do you do today or tomorrow? What to do today or tomorrow? What are your thoughts? Okay. I would be cautious about today. I would be cautious. Wait until you see the close of the SPX today. Right? On the daily close. We don't have too long, right? Wait for the close of this. If it closes above that, then that's a very bullish thing. Then this could be some need a referral code. No. If you click on what I showed you, if you go to the tube, the tube, this one here, and you go to here, that's how I will track if any of you guys are doing, and it will also give you 10. I can't say it, but it'll give you extra things. Do you personally think coins like NEAR could reach all-time high markets? Macro are bullish enough? Let's have a look at NEAR. I think someone else asked about ADA as well. But I mean, Solana right now, you have to be careful. Look, okay, I expect Solana to move up, right? But if we look at yeah, look, perfect bounce off the 50%. It just needs to clear its all-time high. If it doesn't clear the 212, then this thing is going to have a bit of a pullback, possibly towards and test the 318, right? So it could go back and test the $200 mark very, very easily. That doesn't mean anything. But if it closes above the previous high, there's a higher level of continuation here, because that is in essence a breakout and a third tap breakout, right? Fourth tap, 1, 2, 3, 4 breakout, and you can go from there. Then I would say the next level of resistance is to 220. Now let's look at not so much coins like, and let me look at not so much coins like NEAR, but charts like it. Let me look at. All right, let me look at syrup. All right, what's syrup? I'm assuming it's a mad pump, right? Syrup Finance, right? Is that it? Is that Syrup Finance? I'm assuming it's this one, right? Is that it? Syrup? Is that the one? I'm gonna look at that one. Yeah, let's see it. Is it this one? Because are you losing drink and coach every second you wait, stop, wait? I mean, it's hilarious. Entry level on syrup. Oh, entry level on syrup. All right, okay, cool. I was like, I thought I was waiting for this God candle type of thing. All right, okay. Let's see what's going on here. I mean, there's a clear trend here. Nice little breakout. I like that. Okay. Is it on a level? Not really. Cool. Perfect. Nice little bullish moon. Okay, look, what I would say. Oh, it's retesting it perfectly as well. Please stop doing that. All right. If I was to say where every entry could be, if oh no, that's the wrong way around. All right, I would say areas of, oh, let's see what the fair value gap of this is. Yeah, okay, cool. Right, I would say look for entries here. If it breaks back into and here. All right. If this syrup breaks this 200-day EMA, right, on the 4-hourly, yeah, on the 4-hourly, if we breaks that, I mean, because the thing is, these type of pumps, as I said, look, let me see if this works. What usually happens? It usually, yeah, see, almost perfectly. Do that, yeah, almost perfectly. Yeah, so what usually happens is that when there's a pump of this size that moves along in the one candle, it retraces 50% of that range, right? Now, if we go down to the smaller time frame and also do the Fibonacci there, what you need to look at is the 50. Roland, honestly, you guys are hilarious. What you need to look at is the 0.38, which means if it's in a bullish moving structure, or most probably the 0.5%. And these are the two levels: 0.43773, 0.42828. Those two areas is a high possibility chance if this breaks down from here. If it breaks below the 200-day EMA, wait 1 second. What is this looking like? Where is this at the moment? Has it swept Monday low? No. All right, cool. What about on the daily? No, yeah, it could most definitely come down to there. Yeah, cool. All right, look, those are the two levels I would give it. Between these two levels is something that I would expect this thing to possibly come down to tap. Those are the two things. All right, come on, folks. Let's like the crypto genius. I ain't a genius, man. Can you check out near? I'm balls deep. Just that sentence, the simplicity of that sentence was like, I was like, damn. Look, it's ranging, right? That to me is a ranging graph, right? Not even that. Let's just do that. Yeah, it's full on ranging, but it's above the 50% level, which is great, right? That's a good sign. Now, the only issue that I have, with this, is that it's lower highs and lower lows, right? Marginally lower. And it's looking very, very weak at the moment. Look, that cross that you're seeing through the larger AMAs and further down usually acts as a magnet. These type of things, it acts as a magnet, and then the reaction from there is usually a breakdown. And I would say, yeah, look, yeah, there. This is going to be your key level here. You're looking at that here, there. That's going to be your key level, 2.2, 2.3, 2.29, 2.3, right? That's going to be key level. So I assume something like of that nature might happen. If this holds, or there's a small deviation below, what's the... Yeah, okay, all right. This is what I expect this to happen. Oh my god, that's like almost textbook. My god. All right, okay, cool. Check this out. What I expect this to happen is for it to go down, sweep, come back in, and then move out like that. Something on that level. Something like that is I expect is going to happen with that. But she said, what's going on here? Do you have to own a minimum fat cat to be in what you're going to come? Now, let me get it done and I'll talk about it. When I get it done, I'm going to talk about it. But it's something that's going to only benefit the project. It won't be minimums. But when we hear the fat cat news, not tomorrow. Oh, look, it's when it's done. I ain't saying or hinting anything about it, but I'm not saying anything about it, right? Until it's done, I'm not going to say a single thing about this thing, because people then go, oh, when is it? And they don't understand that this stuff takes seriously difficult things to do. I brought in something where one of the largest chains in the world is going to purchase it, I think, and everyone was like, oh yeah, that's cool. That was like a day news. Where's what's happening next? Do you understand what I mean? As if like they need that constant next thing when there is one of the most incredible things I brought. Can you bring that? Can anyone in this industry bring that? Anyone? And the other thing I'm trying to do is even more crazy than that, all right? And that's saying something. So something like that on that level is going to be there, right? I would expect something like that. Where are we right now? Any other subs in the chat that want to me to look at a coin or anything like that? That one, and I will probably head off from there. Anything else, bruvets, bruvalicious? Pin link. Oh, you want me to look at pin link? All right, let's look at pin link. Where are we here? Okay, where's my pin? Pin is at its pin's at a key point right now. All right, It's at its key level of support. I would expect some form of bounce from this point on. I would not be surprised if something like that doesn't happen on pin. But I'll tell you this, right? I always say this to everyone that needs to understand about these type of coins, right? This ranging nature of a token will ultimately at one point cause a massive breakout. That's what I believe happens in these things. But you just have to be very careful on these things and watch the levels. If it breaks that, then we start looking at lower levels here. Let me show you. Let me have a look. Let's do that. No, that's not right. Yeah, here we go. So yeah, it's a I would say if it breaks that level, I would say a bounce will most probably happen around the 0.5 to 4 around that area. But this project has ungodly amounts of liquidity and money. So just so you understand that, and it is at a very key point. It's bounced many times before that in the previous situations. Just so you know, Fat Cat is my biggest bag. Christopher, that's amazing. Hopefully, look, I want to see. I'm doing this thing to try and give you guys something incredible. I'm being serious. Believe me, you guys are investing, and I'm just spending money, man. That's all I'm doing these days. Genuinely, full blown. I'm just spending money. All right, okay, guys. VeChain. I'm gonna tell you something really cool about VeChain. I would highly look into VeChain. Actually, what is VeChain doing now? And I'm not going to say what it is because all the people in the pro group will get that that benefit. Yeah, so just so you know. Let's just say this. Guess who is going to have one of the representatives of VeChain on their live? I just have one. Which amazing host of a absolutely free and packed full information show is going to have a representative of VeChain on their live? Jam. Calvin. Yes, Calvin. Thanks, man. You guys, I love the way you guys are like, all right, only wrong answers. He's saying it too obvious, right? I need to say everything that's wrong. Yeah, boys. It's gonna be me. Tomorrow I'm gonna be talking about Dr. Phil, always. Do I know him? Yeah, you might know him. Yeah. So I'm gonna be having one of the key representatives of VeChain on our live. There is a new thing that they're launching, and all I'm going to say is that you guys, because of the G nature that I am, the ultimate original G Meister G, the G Spinmeister Meister, right, is going to hear it here first. Does that sound interesting? Are you guys entertained? Do you guys want to maybe subscribe? Maybe? Anyone? And what I'm trying to do is get to the 1K mark. But you guys are like, nah, bruv. We only watch. I don't press that subscribe stuff, innit? If you press that bell, you'll also see when I go live, and you'll be able to ask all the questions you want to this this representative. It is huge, innit? And they're going to be starting one of the largest campaigns. So I'm going to say, I'm currently in a long on vet. Cool, nice. And you're going to be seeing some other interesting individuals talking to these representatives as well. And it's going to be a longer term type of conversation that's going to be happening. It's really interesting. These are real projects, right? These are things that you don't see in any other chain, even if they do call themselves Crypto Jesus. You know what I mean? The saviors of the world. You know the ones, everyone that calls me or everything underneath the sun. Those guys. The people that talk very really amazingly about me. Awesome, man. You rock. Super interesting. Yeah, cool. Always. I'm always here to give information, help, and all that kind of stuff. And I just want everyone to know what's happening. And look, I will say this as well. to everyone here, and I'll leave it on this note so everyone can understand, right? People need to make sure you follow all the socials. Make sure you follow me on the Exelon, right? And go to all the other groups as well, right? Go to the other places that you're going. You can see in my links as well. The Learn My Alvarez is a really cool place, a lot of chilling, and it's a safe space as well. There's no like fudding. Everyone's there just having a chat, and it's a cool thing to do. That's it. Right? That's it. All right, guys, love, affection, all that kind of stuff. I hope you guys enjoyed this live today. It was I tried to give as much information. I didn't have much time to prepare, but it's all the things that I'm going through. Going through a lot of things, man. It's so busy on my side. I can't actually explain to you. Just watch this space, man. Watch this space. Just gonna say VeChain, Polygon. Hyper might be coming onto a show. That's all I'm gonna say. All right, and getting all the alpha before everyone else. If you want to get any of those things, do what you need to do. Make sure, oh man. Let me get to my meeting. I'll catch you guys there. Take care. All right, I'm getting off this side. You guys have been awesome as well on the YouTube side and X. Make sure you follow. Make sure you share. Try and get as many people to follow and come after my page as possible. Honestly, this is the thing that I'm trying to do, trying to give you guys as much value as possible and taking as little as possible from you guys. So make sure you follow, make sure you press the bell icon. It really helps on the YouTube algorithm as well. Trying to grow there, because once I can get to 1,000, I'm going to be doing a full-blown podcast with these type of individuals on a weekly basis. It's going to be a longer form thing. You'll be able to watch it in a better way, and you'll be able to get more detailed information from the horse's mouth of the people that create some of the most wealthiest, most incredible, most up-to-date information that you will not be getting anywhere else. Anywhere else. I would drop a mic, but it's on this thing, so I'll just like